Hey, it's Billy again from Real Life Together. Man, we appreciate y'all watching, taking time to look at these videos, and like them, subscribe. Appreciate everybody's comments. Man, it's good to see some of the memories that people are having about this lake. I know I've got a bunch of them fishing up here with my dad, but tonight we're coming to you from the tackle room here in Zavala. We're going to be flying this video out of Five Fingers, the Bayou recreation site. Flying this on October the 11th. That afternoon, lake level was 156.5, which was 7.94 foot low. Just keeps getting lower, guys. We had no rain up here, so it's dry. It's low, it's dangerous, so just be careful out there. We'll put a map up to show where we're flying out of and the kind of direction we're flying. It's the first night out with the new drone. Kind of bear with me a little bit. Hopefully it'll be everything that we think it's going to be. It looks good from what we're seeing while I'm editing these videos. So, hey, make a comment on it, like it, subscribe it, and hey, without further ado, let's go to Sam Rayburn. All right, here we're going to be taking off from the Bayou Recreation ramp, or the Five Fingers ramp. There were no cars or trucks there. There were plenty of boats in the cove, so I don't know if that ramp is still available. It didn't look that bad, if you ask me. I have not been over in this area in a while. Used to fish here a lot with my dad as a kid. Here we're going to kind of just take off. We'll go around that first point to the right, coming out of the boat ramp. Again, bear with me, I apologize. Maybe a little shaky on the drone. It's the first time flying it, so trying to look at it here and get these videos for us. And we're going to come around. You can see that high spot there in the middle. We'll come around back here, and we're going to try to zoom on this drone a couple times just to see what it'll do for us. It looks like we can get in pretty good and get some pretty decent shots. It sure looks awful shallow right through there. That's the zoom going in on that creek there. Kind of showing the water up. A lot of brush back there to be flipping. So we're going to kind of turn around and come back out of that back side of the creek and just start working our way around Five Fingers. We'll get about halfway across, and then we'll fly back and change the battery out, and then go back and fly from going out of the ramp to the left, coming back around. Just amazing how much is revealed when that water's down. I'll get a little bit better as we get a little bit more time on this drone, instead of having it kind of jerky right there. Showing that little drain going all the way back up in the trees there. We're going to turn around and start heading back. You can see the boat ramp would be up to your left, about in the middle of your screen at the top there. We're going to take a look at this little cove and come on back out. Come back across this point here. See, when the water comes back up, there's going to be plenty of buckbrush and everything in the water. It's a good looking little flat point there. Again, it looked awful shallow back up in here. A lot of spots. I'm just kind of working my way around the coves. I want to get a good close-up shot on that point there. So this is going to be the little creek right there, pretty much across from the ramp. I like the way these little drains kind of split there and go back off in the trees. So I'm not showing any creek names or anything up till we get up a little bit further. And then there's Townsend Creek up there. I believe that's going to be up a little bit. Well, that one goes way on back up in there a good bit. There is a little bit of grass along these edges. Very kind of thin hydrilla in some spots. You can see some little patches there. It's looking back out towards the main lake. Coming back around here, it's pretty much directly across from the boat ramp. Nice little flat area there. It's going to have a lot of timber on it and stuff when the water comes back up. Now the water's gone down so much more. There you can see some more grass, but it's funny how much of the bank line here doesn't have the actual grass, non-aquatic grass growing on it like there is up here on the north end. Some good laydowns and stuff in there when the water comes back up to remember. Another creek that just goes way back up in there. Bunch of hydrilla there. Pretty good bit of it still up here in Five Fingers. I'm so used to fishing up on the north side of the 147 bridge, you just don't have hydrilla up there, so it's kind of good to see it down here, and we'll have to start getting down here more. Here we're coming back out towards that point there. I believe this point is the beginning of where Townsend Creek comes in there. Good looking point again with the little, what I'll call the golf course view. You can see that's pretty much right across from the boat ramp. Wasn't much of a breeze blowing this day. It picked up as I kept flying. The breeze kept picking up. And we'll be coming straight off that point, be heading right out to the main lake. We're going to turn around and go in Townsend Creek. Looks like a little deeper water over on this side. This is where I was flying when the battery started getting low, so we're gonna look at this, and it kind of curves back around in there real good. Like I said, the water looks a little deeper over here. Here we're going to take off and kind of go out of the ramp to the left and come back around. We're going to cut across on that point. So we're going to pick up and kind of go out and look at that side there to the left of the ramp. So this is coming right out of the ramp to the left, going back towards the main lake. We got this first little inlet right here. Shadows are kind of playing a hard time. There we go. So we're going to kind of look down this little inlet here, and like I said, we're just going to fly out towards the main lake. Get a little zoom in on that area there. Here we'll come out around this point here. So we'll be going out to the main lake again. So there was probably 4 or 5 boats out here in the cove today. That's going to be looking out to the main lake. So I'm going to just kind of cut it from here and go straight across. Kind of getting a good view of that north side of Five Fingers there for you. Again, just looking at it, it's really amazing how the non-aquatic grass has not taken over a lot of the shoreline here. This point really stuck out to me here a lot. Just kind of looked funny how it just kind of shot out there, and here's another one here on this point that I'll really kind of zoom in on this one for us. It's a good looking point. It looks like it might have some hydrilla around it there. Kind of go back to normal view and get back here and look at this section here. There's some beautiful areas up here, of course. Just about anywhere on Sam Rayburn is beautiful. Alright, so here we're going to turn around and come back down this bank line into what I believe is probably Townsend Creek. Come back out around towards the main lake there. Again, this point here, just a nice little flat area with a big point sticking out of it. and a shot across this here. I really want to get a shot back up in here. But that's the only place I really saw any standing timber that's still in the water. Back over this little cut here. Again, if the water was up, you'd never see it, but there we go. Kind of zoomed in on it there. So it looked like it still had some pretty decent water right through there. A little bit of timber over in that one, not very much. It might even be, no, there's a little bit back there. I think it might be the reflection. Come by, there's a little boat sitting there fishing off that point. And this is that area coming right across from the boat ramp. That's pretty much going to be it for today. We sure appreciate everybody watching, and man, let us know what your comments are. Hopefully we'll get a little better with the drone. So y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you on the water.